This vlog is certainly a defining moment in my life. I wanted to come somewhere where it could be quiet, where I could be alone, where I feel completely at peace. It's so quiet here in the mountains, in this big meadow. Can I turn around so you can see it and enjoy this day with me? So beautiful. This certainly is a defining moment that I need to talk about. It was January 2008. I found myself laying on the kitchen floor. I had just been hit across the face so hard it had knocked me down. My husband and I had had another argument, and when I expressed concern about how I thought he had hurt me, he said, "I hope so." But this time was different. My line in the sand, which had been drawn so many years before, had been crossed. I knew it was the beginning of the end. And what's more, I knew God knew it. Welcome, my friend, to Defining Moments Vlogs. This is Jennifer Peckham. Have you ever had a defining moment that shattered you? Did it leave you to piece together your life in a way you never thought would be? Or maybe you can't remember life without these defining moments. I see you. In these vlogs, I share my experiences from my journals about the defining moments I've had and the wisdom I've gained from them. I hope they bring you renewed possibilities, clarity, faith, and hope in your toughest moments. This is vlog episode 38. I remember lying on the kitchen floor after my husband had hit me. I distinctly remember the thought coming to my mind. Now you can be done. It seemed to come directly from God. In my journal, I wrote how I was so disappointed for getting upset at all, for not changing the subject, and for seeing what would happen. I knew it before it happened, that I should just stop arguing. I began this chapter in my book by wondering how I would go on, and then I went on talking about the kids and life as if everything was normal. But something had shifted, and I knew I needed to do something about it. I just didn't know how. I've come to learn that when someone has been abused for a long time, they blame themselves when abuse happens, and I did this. I had lived a very long time tiptoeing around him, telling my kids, "Don't make Dad mad. Don't talk too loud. Don't complain. Don't cry. Don't tease. Obey quickly. Never talk back," etc., etc. For me, it was more along the lines of watching what I talked about with him. Conversations needed to be kept very light, very trivial. Chores done, kids quiet, any chaos of littles kept downstairs or away from his knowledge as much as possible. Boy, was I ever accustomed to walking on eggshells. On March 4th, 2008, I wrote just these words: "I'm done. General conference. My uncle. Working. Emotion. Fall. Empty. Angry. Lost. Through. Done." I remember writing this, sort of. I remember being in bed, unable to move really, having one of those emotional breakdowns that I had every so often. I remember hurting all over from head to toe, wanting to sleep but unable to fully rest. I remember taking Tylenol PM more and more regularly so I could sleep. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I was overwhelmed with the understanding of what I needed to do to divorce, but I didn't want to compromise my oldest daughter's opportunity to go to Boston. She had been accepted to the Boston Ballet Summer Workshop for 9 weeks, and I didn't want to do anything to compromise that opportunity. We were working on raising the money so she could go. A bit longer wouldn't make any difference anyway, I thought. Besides, I didn't know how to do what I needed to do anyway. I was waiting on God to help me. On April 13th, 2008, I wrote, "I cannot explain how tired I am of all this. The blame, control, anger, tippy-toe, careful, watch out, respond, sarcasm, hateful, hurt, hitting, anger just under the surface, come back for more, my fault. I cannot talk to him now. What now? I've given and given. cannot give, I cannot. What more can I do that I haven't done, haven't tried, haven't cried about, haven't prayed about? If I don't do it all perfectly, I'm not strong enough. It's all my fault. Is there a respite? Calmness, peace, easy, light, free? Is there an answer? Home, anger, hurt, hurting, sleepless, brain full, foggy. What's the word? I can't explain. I don't want to say the wrong thing, don't want the wrong thing. Talk about the wrong person, place, time. Don't want to bring up the past, present, future. It doesn't matter. Who cares, really? My Father in heaven, He knows me. But no one cares about me here. Not really. No one calls. But no one can do anything anyway. Stuck. Blame, control, anger. Round and round, over and over. Past, over. Past, over. Won't let go. Unforgiven. What can he do? How much? Or is he just not because it's easier? Tired. Every way, every time, everything. I don't care anymore. I'm done. Because I've done it all. I wrote those things in 2008. I was just so broken. I had a hard time even thinking a complete thought. It was really difficult for my mind to work properly. I'd like to say that things shifted into a better reality from that point forward, but it took a while. The experiences I will share in the upcoming vlogs are certainly different. You'll see what I mean. But I would love to focus for a moment on what I was learning and how I was being refined through this process of what I thought was only pain and torture. Over the years, my prayers with my beloved Father in heaven became a steady conversation, free of formal starts or finishes, just steady words. C.S. Lewis said it really well when he said, "I pray because I can't help myself. I pray because I'm helpless. I pray because the need flows out of me all the time. Waking and sleeping, it doesn't change God. It changes me." And I was being changed, refined. There's a story many people have told in different ways about how metals are changed to be used. Metals begin as rough ore locked in stone and dross, and when intense, unrelenting heat from fire is applied, impurities rise and are skimmed away, and what remains is purified, stronger, and it's ready for its purpose. We, too, are refined. Life's trials, loss, pressure, waiting become the furnace. Emotionally, old fears and attachments burn off. Spiritually, the dross of ego and illusion is removed. What remains is clearer, truer, more useful. The process is not gentle, but without the fire, neither metal nor soul reaches its intended purity. I've felt this intensity throughout my life, from one experience to another that never seemed to let up. But I think that's how life is supposed to be. We're here for a reason, we're here to learn and grow, and it's not meant to be easy. As I mentioned before, I love ballet and I teach ballet, and without gravity, without pressure on the floor, and the right thoughtfulness in the right places in your body, holding things and making things difficult and not just allowing it to be easy, because we can allow it to be easy. We can just kind of give up and forget about things and not let the struggle take place or the lesson learned from it. But when we stop and we listen and we ask God, what am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to do with this? How is this going to make me better? Because sometimes I know for me, there were so many times when I felt like this wouldn't make me better. I couldn't see how things would get better. But they always did, and they always do. There is not in the world a kind of life more sweet and delightful than that of a continual conversation with God. Only those can comprehend it who practice and experience it. This was written by Brother Lawrence. This continual conversation with God can be more sweet and delightful than anything in the world. And when we allow Him to be part of our life and not just part of it, But the biggest part of it, our greatest mentor, our strength, we allow Christ to be our Redeemer and refine us in those ways that perhaps we don't want. And it's not easy. We wish there was an easier way. I know there were so many times when I prayed for a time that I could just rest, moments to think and be still. This is one of those moments here in my mountain temple, and there's no one around. Find those times, and when you're there, find God. He's there for you, and He never leaves you. I know this is true, and I know if you try it, it'll work, and you'll have strength beyond the strength you feel you have in that moment. Thank you so much for being here and joining me and listening to these vlogs. For as much as I want to help others, and that is my intention to help others through doing these, I recognize it is just as much for me to work through these experiences, to talk about them and feel them again, and realize all that I've learned from them. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Until next time, keep on keeping on with God.